My first track day.
So I called my parents and told them about this surprise. First thing my father says, "Are you going to be wearing a helmet? And what kind of speeds are you going to be driving at? Make sure you're driving at safe speeds and don't speed, and be very careful." Gotta love our parents. They're always worried for us. It's the racetrack. I'm in a Grand Sport Corvette. What could possibly go wrong? Don't answer that question. Here we go. I'm gonna get on the track for the very first time. Here we go. I'm gonna get on the track for the very first time. Now I'm getting excited. All right, you guys, I've got my seat slammed down to the floor. I've got my hands at 3 and 9. I got my seat as upright as I've ever possibly had it. And my steering wheel is as forward as possible and as low as possible. We're ready to do this. I can't believe I'm actually going on a track. I've always wanted to do this. What a badass birthday gift.
So guys, once we get on track, I suggest windows up so you can hear everything on the radio and just get your climate control where you need it to be. And that'll help you guys.
Looks like the first group's going. We got one Ferrari up in here. I think it's time to start our engines. Go. First time getting on a track. This is so exciting. And I haven't done anything yet. But I'm on the track. For those of you who have never tracked or are a little bit nervous to actually get on the track for the first time, here's a few words that can reassure you. In this lesson, as you can see, the very first lap, the very first few laps, as a matter of fact, they just give you instruction the entire time. You're driving 30, 40 miles an hour. A few times we gun it just to get comfortable with the car, but mostly the first entire session, which consists of about, I believe it was 3 or 4 laps, you're just pacing everybody else at a very slow speed, getting comfortable with your car, getting to know the actual track and getting to know all the turns, as they are giving you full instruction on when to turn, how to turn, when to hit the apex of the turn, how to pull out of the turn. So it's actually, they actually build a lot of confidence in your capability, in your own skill in driving on the track. And also, for those of you who are nervous about this, during this lesson, they do not allow anybody to pass up one another. So it's very controlled, it's very safe, and it's a whole lot of fun.
We open up the entry here for turn 7. We come out to this yellow blend line here at turn 7. Then down to the paint, right there at the seam where the blacktop meets the paint for 7A. Then out to the paint, right here at my left side tires. Now we're heading down to the S's. My left front's connecting this cone right on that yellow line. My right front's connecting this cone right on the yellow line. My left front's connecting this cone. This is turn 8, right on the yellow line. My right front is connecting this cone. 8A, that's turn 8A. Look at these orange poles as you're blind coming out of 8A. I use up all the road on the exit. Everybody follow me, follow me. Tighten up the gap, Corvette. Get on my bumper here. Tighten up the gap, everybody. Tighten it up, way up, way up. Okay, coming down through turn 9. Now we're approaching turn 10 right here. 3, 2, 1. Last cone's your turning cone. I like to feel the paint there. Down to the apex. I like to feel the paint with that cone. This is turn 10. Now I'm looking at the Monster Energy board. Tracking out of 10, using up all the road. Now we squeeze the accelerator down to turn 11. The dip in the road is our braking zone. 5 cones standing there on the right is our brakes. The yellow painted line here with my left front at the end of the line is my turn-in. Now I'm on the paint here next to the tires. Okay? Here's the apex, just like techniques of a curve. Now we leave the apex, out to the exit. Stay in line, no rotation. Stay in line. This is where we rotate next up. Everybody pick up the throttle a little bit more now. Pick up the throttle. This is turn 12. Onto the front straightaway. Follow my line. Now we're straight. Approach the start finish. As soon as we feel the start finish line, we dial a little left hand down on the wheel. We apex the wall right here. Outside to inside. We hold that steering angle. And then it naturally brings us back out to the right. Now we turn in for turn 1. Up underneath the bridge. We straddle these rectangular dark patches.
There it is, my very first lap around the track at Sears Point Sonoma Raceway. So at this point in the training, your confidence level is through the roof, though you don't really realize that you were just following the instructor at 30, 40 miles an hour. We may have hit 60 miles an hour on straightaways, but again, at this point, you're feeling so confident. You think to yourself, wow, this is just so easy. There's nothing to it. I've got this. Little did I know what was coming next as soon as we started hitting some real speed.
All the way down. Last part of this yellow line with your left side tire, turn in. Hug these tire stacks. Now, first car is going to peel up. Corvette, you're peeling up to the right. Let everybody go by, then you fall in the back of the line. Go. Corvette, peel up to the right. Everybody else, come on up. Corvette, hold back. Fall in the back of the line. Don't lose momentum. Don't park it. Don't stop. Keep your momentum. Now pick up the pace, Corvette. Get back in line. You know, we don't want to stop on the racetrack. Okay? When we do the rotation, pick up the pace and help the transition of cars and the rotation happen quickly. Here we go. Everybody back in line. Tighten up the gap, Corvette. Yellow Corvette. Tighten up the gap. Let's get back online here. Okay. Outside, inside. Back to the outside here. Exit turn.
That was fun. I got a little confused at first, but I got it down. All right, so after our first session, we get off the track, stretch our legs, take a quick break, and head back into class for some more training and guidance.
One of the basics we should have been taught in a regular driver's ed is that the feet are more powerful than the hands. So the feet can cancel out your hands, but not the other way around. So you can have enough pedal in and enough wheel in, steering wheel in, to have the car go perfectly straight. Okay? So we always need to be mindful of how we're combining controls. And quite honestly, getting off the corner is where you see a lot of problems with people wanting to go to gas at the wrong time, and it really just ends up being a matter of discipline. Just saying, I'm not going to go to gas until the appropriate time. So in a second. Getting into the corner, there's a little bit more going on, and I understand when people make mistakes, but getting off the corner really is just a matter of some willpower. You know, I'm just not going to do it until it's time to do it, until I get the signal. Okay. Corner with acceleration. Okay? So my job is to get the thing slowed down so it'll turn, so I can leave. So all of my entries to a corner are about setting up for exit. Okay? So if you think about gear change also, why do I change down a gear coming into the corner? To have the correct gear to leave the corner. Corner entry is about setting up.
Yeah, Rick, if I can warm up lap, reinforce the line.
Let's do this!
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
I hope we don't get any rain, you guys. It might rain on us today. This is crazy. This is so much different than regular driving. It's nuts.
So as we start session 2, I'm already nervous because I know we're going to be picking up speed. It's my very first track time, and I'm looking up into the sky and I see clouds. And these are not just regular clouds, these are rain clouds, and I just know the rain's going to hit.
Don't like that it's raining. It's got me a little nervous.
So as the rain starts coming down, you guys could probably imagine I'm already nervous as it is because it's the very first time that I'm on the track. I've got a very powerful car with a rear end that can slip out of control in dry conditions. Now I have to learn how to use this car in wet conditions on a track. The instructors are pushing us and they're telling us that the track is safe, but of course there's a million thoughts that run through your mind. You're just thinking, are your rear wheels going to slip? Are the brakes going to work well? How are you going to take these turns? They did talk about certain areas of the track can turn into basically ice with this rain, and they're just continuing to push us, and we're not slowing down. In fact, we're speeding up. So there's so many thoughts that are running through my mind, and I know I'm not breathing, and I know that I need to be breathing better, and I need to relax, but with the rain coming down, it just makes it so much more stressful and exhilarating all at once. This turn right here is one of my favorite turns. I can hug the corner on the left, and then as soon as you pull out of it, you have a straightaway that you can just gun it.
Yeah, once you're straight, it's covered up.
never done this, you gotta do this. This is just a whole different feel. I can't believe my car's gripping to the road the way it is, because I've never driven like this before. And it's raining on me. I should probably focus on intense, because I thought the rain was gonna start coming down, and that scared me. I don't know the limits of this car on the road, especially not on the track. Wow, I was a bit nervous. Time we get to pit.
As the day continues, you start gaining more confidence, you start giving it more gas, you start hitting the brakes a little harder, you start taking the turns a little faster, and you just start enjoying yourself. I hope you guys are enjoying the footage so far. I actually have so much footage that I'm going to have to separate it into one more episode. Here's a sneak peek of next week's episode.
Perfection. I'm shooting for perfection. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I did it. That was a bunch of perfect laps. I got that, man. Woo!